Hey guys, welcome in. This is going to be a weekly horoscope reading for the sign of Capricorn. If you're new here, this is the Soul Room 111. My name is Trisha. Welcome in. And we're going to pull 7 cards. Let's see what wants to come out. Ooh. Your cards are jumpy, so I am feeling some excited energy. Okay, so we got Judgment in reverse. Somebody's resisting a transformation, or there's some kind of doubt. Self-doubt, denial, fear of change. Okay, 4 of Swords in reverse. It's causing some kind of burnout. Somebody's feeling trapped. 5 of Cups. Somebody is feeling regret, loss, disappointment. Okay. Temperance is here. So there's some healing, there's some balance that wants to come in to the situation, which is great. What else? Hanged Man. Okay, so somebody's surrendering to a new perspective, a shift. King of Cups. Maybe somebody's realizing their feelings, or they're being more open with their feelings. The High Priestess. Okay. So either someone's listening to their intuition, their guidance, or they're having, there's some secrets. Now the Hermit and the Chariot wanted to come out. So I'm just going to leave these as extra for the overall reading. So somebody is going within and getting guidance in order to have the willpower to move forward. The Chariot can talk about fast moving, anything moving forward, fast moving direction forward, but it can also talk about willpower. So it can talk about going within to have the willpower to move forward. So why is Judgment? 10 of Cups in the Tower. So somebody's resisting a wake-up call around some kind of happiness. And whatever this happiness is, it's going to be a sudden change, or it's going to cause a tower. 7 of Swords in reverse. Somebody has to be honest about this. Somebody has to be honest about their 10 of Cups. 4 of Swords in reverse. Three of Wands, which talks about partnership, growth. Okay. Maybe somebody is stressed out about getting into a partnership. Ace of Cups, yep. Somebody's stressing about a new beginning. Okay. Queen of Swords reverse. Maybe somebody has been in isolation or just been a little bit closed off to love, because the 6 of Pentacles is here. So it's somebody who has a lot to give. It's somebody who wants equal give and take. And maybe this is just somebody who's a little bit bitter. Maybe they didn't get that in the past. 5 of Cups. There's loss. There's some kind of loss here. Regret. Justice reverse. The situation was unfair. So maybe the wake-up call is, no, I don't know yet. Let's keep going. 5 Cups. Tell me more. Tell me more. Okay, 6 of Wands is here. So this is somebody that you didn't have a victory with. You know, maybe you thought, maybe you have to be honest with yourself that you thought this was going to be a wish fulfillment for you. And it has ended up not. Knight of Cups. But this is somebody that you have romantic feelings for. But the Knight of Wands is also here. So that can be somebody who, these are both Knight cards. So maybe there's somebody that didn't offer stability. Even though the emotions and the passion were there, stability is missing. And now you're giving it up. Why is Temperance here? This is going to bring some kind of healing or some kind of balance. Surrendering this. No. Grab a new deck here. Temperance. Temperance. Queen of Cups. Yeah. So the King of Cups was out here, wasn't it? Oh, the Ace of Cups is out here. Yeah, so you're realizing, or this, I'm sorry, this is bringing in healing. This is bringing in balance so that you can be open to love again. Because the Queen of Cups is somebody who's very loving and very open to love. Yep, Death is here, so something had to end. And the Page of Wands is here, so something can begin. So this situation had to end, so something new can begin. And now we're in the Hanged Man. So we have to pause and surrender. Get that new perspective. What is that new perspective? Was the Hangman. The Hierophant. So some form of commitment or tradition. Justice is reversed. It was unfair. Whatever happened. The Hangman came out again. So you have to surrender to a new perspective because the Ace of Cups is out here in reverse again. So this is telling you to take a pause and look at this commitment that didn't turn into a commitment from a different perspective, because the next thing that you'll realize is the King of Cups is here, which is the kind of relationship that you want. You want somebody who's emotionally open. You also have the Queen of Cups out here, so you have a divine counterpart match out here, King and Queen of Cups. But this is taking some time to realize what it is that you're really wanting. The Fool is in reverse. Okay. Clarify the King of Cups. Let's do a different deck. King of Cups. Six of Swords. What else with the King of Cups? And the Ace of Wands. Yeah. So you're realizing that this is the kind of person that you're wanting a new beginning with. This King of Cups. Somebody who's emotionally open, emotionally available. What else? The Nine of Cups fell out. And that's your wish fulfillment. Having somebody who's emotionally available. The Empress. Why is the High Priestess out here? Okay, so this is a love offer, or maybe even an apology that you thought you were going to get, some kind of love offer that you thought was going to come in and didn't. This can also talk about how you were starting to realize that you were dealing with somebody who's emotionally immature or emotionally not available. The Three of Wands, yeah. So this talks about partnership and collaboration. Maybe you were dealing with somebody who's emotionally immature. Seven of Swords in reverse. So it's time to be honest about that. It's time to get honest with yourself that what you were dealing with isn't what you want, because the Hermit is here. So it's time to take some introspection, get some inner guidance, and the Chariot. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, because you're not feeling very self-sufficient right now. Seven of Wands, but you're moving away from that into the Ace of Wands so you can have a new passionate beginning. And Five of Swords. So we'll clarify the Five of Swords. Four of Cups. I think it's just wanting to walk away from any kind of conflict is what this is saying. You're wanting to walk away from conflict and you're wanting to walk towards stability. I thought this was the Ace of Wands. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So you're wanting, that's the only thing we don't have out here. We have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So there's romantic feelings and there's passion, but the Knight of Pentacles is not out here on the board at all. So that tells me that stability wasn't offered in this situation. So that the Ace of Pentacles here with the Four of Cups and the Five of Swords is telling me that you're walking away from conflict and you're walking towards something with stability. Okay, love that. Can we get some advice? Get some advice for Capricorn. Some advice. The Lovers came out in reverse, so maybe this was a bad choice in love or a situation that didn't grow. Six of Cups. So, you know, you might be feeling nostalgic about this. You might be reflecting on this. You might even be missing this person a little bit. But the world is here to tell you that this cycle is complete. The healing has been complete. You went through the whole process and you had the judgment, you had the awakening, and now you can move forward with the Chariot. So I love that. Love that for you. Let's see. Let's get some angel messages. These are messages from your angels. What do you want to say to the collective? Okay, action wanted to come out. What else wants to come out? Action goes along with the Chariot. You have the willpower to take control of your life, to move forward in the direction you want. Okay, and manifestation came out. So this says, believe in yourself, trust your instincts, and follow your heart. Okay, guys, if this resonated for you, hit that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.